pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please join us in prayer. Each and every one get a copy of the minutes of the previous meeting. So, do you have any questions pertaining to those minutes? Not, do we have a motion to pass these? I have a motion from Mr. Stevens, second by Ms. Saunders. All in favor? Motion carries. Okay, item 1, Councilor, you may want to, that's just public hearing and adoption of ordinance in regard to the bond issue. You may want to go a little bit in detail pertaining to the bond issue.
On this matter, at this point right now, I believe what we're going to do is open the public hearing and then make a motion to continue that hearing to either the next special meeting or the next regularly scheduled meeting if we do not have a special meeting in between now and the next regularly scheduled meeting. We're sending in a few more pieces of information to the purchasers of the bonds so that we can get everything straight and have their intent to purchase and have everything ready for the bond commission hearing, which I believe is January 17th. So all we basically need to do is open the public hearing and then continue it to the next either special meeting that is called between now and then or the next regularly scheduled meeting.
Okay. Anyone have any questions pertaining to that? Do you need a motion to go ahead and open?
Yes.
Public hearing. Do I have a motion to open the public hearing? Motion by Ms. Saunders, second by Mr. Knapp. All in favor? Opposed? A motion to open the public hearing. Do you have any comments pertaining to the bond issue? Anyone have any comments? Not, do we have a motion to close the public hearing? A motion, Mr. Betts, second by Mr. Stevens. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. What else?
Now make a motion to continue it until the next regularly scheduled
Motion or special meeting. Okay, do I have that motion? Motion, Mr. Betts, second by Mr. Stevens. All in favor? Motion carries. Is that take care of that issue?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next issue is bid opening on surface vehicles. To my understanding, we did not receive a bid on the vehicle. Anyone make any recommendations? Chief, can you put it back on the road?
Yeah. If we have to, we could.
No, I'm just joking.
And I will too.
Anyone have any, did not receive the bids? We did last time, but they backed out of it. These are older, police vehicles. I will tell you, by the time they get out of them, they're just about to the point where, you can almost sell them for scrap, I would assume.
Mayor, I have a suggestion. We had a minimum bid of $1,500 a vehicle on this one. We could advertise with no minimum bid or a lower minimum bid.
Would y'all like to go ahead and maybe,
I make a motion to do
accept bids next meeting at, no,
We advertise no bid.
no bid? Okay. Advertise the vehicles at no bid, and accept those at our February meeting. Have a motion, Mr. Betts, second by Mr. Knapp. All in favor? Motion carries that we resubmit this at no bid and accept those at our February meeting. I'll get back in 2020. Okay, item 3 is pre-filed orders in regard to zoning change on property located at 112 Louisiana Avenue. I think you have a picture of the property.
It's that house.
Yes, it's been approved by the zoning committee to rezone that, I believe, from single dwelling to multi-dwelling. And it's got a picture of the complex itself.
Bed and breakfast, didn't it?
Okay. Anyone have any questions? Thank you. Do we have a motion to accept the finding of the zoning committee to rezone it?
I'll make We need to pre-file an order.
Pre-filed orders.
Oh, okay.
Okay, have a motion from Ms. Saunders, second by Mr. Knapp, all in favor? Motion carries. Item 4 is the award floodgate project on Riverfront to Brian Henry Associate. This is something we've been working on for, how long, Mr. Staggs? 3 years?
About 3 years.
Would you mind explaining to the board exactly what it is? Are you familiar with floodgates?
Well, what it's gonna be is gonna be some floodgates that go in our drainage system, that whenever the river gets to 52 feet, the water doesn't back up into the riverfront. So what we usually do is sandbag it with this queen, and then, of course, then we have to pump any rainwater out, so this is gonna be a floodgate to do that.
This is covered by, I believe, a grant that we got several years ago. Now have an opportunity to do it. So therefore, it's not hopefully cost the city any money. It's a grant. Anyone have any questions pertaining to that?
Hydraulic gates or?
Now, there'll be supposed to be manual operated gates.
You go cranking them up and down?
Yeah. It's gonna be at on the side of the drainage that's on the road, so it won't be affected by the river. So,
Actually go on the water.
yeah, so whenever the water gets to a certain level, we can go and close the gate, that way the water won't back up into the streets that way. Still, whatever rainfall we have, we'll have to have pumped out, so.
Okay.
I'll make
Have a motion, Mr. Knapp, second by Ms. Saunders, all in favor? Vote, motion carries. Okay, item 5 is signing an application for Sullivan Collision, 901 Water Street. Mr. Preston Sullivan, Mr. Sullivan here tonight. I will tell you, they've done an outstanding job of fixing that building up, it's extremely good. Men know that. Anyone have any questions pertaining to the application? Do I have a motion to accept the application?
I'll make
I have a motion from Mr. Betts, second by Mr. Stevens. All in favor? Vote, motion carries. Item 6 is resolution authorizing submittal of LCDBG economic development application for upgrade to electrical system and engaging Alderman Schultz and Associates as consultant on LCDBG project. Mr. Schultz has been our project engineer on that for many years on all our LCDBG applications. It's just grant that we're applying for to work with us on our electrical upgrades, some of our electrical system wiring. So, anyone have any questions? Do I have a motion? A motion, Mr. Knapp, second by Ms. Saunders, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Be extremely careful to make sure that I give everybody an opportunity on both sides. I'm accused of not looking to the left and looking to the right. Item 7 is the resolution authorizing myself to sign all documents in regard to the LCDBG project. That's just a standard procedure we've had through the years. And once we get it finalized, give me the card to sign. Anyone have any questions? Have a motion by Mr. Stevens, second by Mr. Betts. All in favor? Opposed, motion carries. I know we went through that rather quickly. Congress, I think you may have some information for us. I know we have been discussing the sanitation issue and asked the committee to look into that. And,
The committee's looked into it, and, we're checking all avenues. We have, we're not sure what we're gonna do yet. I would like to tell the public that, we will have to go up on the rates. I'm not sure how much if we keep our own sanitation. We're not out to make money with the sanitation department, we just wanna break even. But we're supposed to get with the companies and read their, look over what they're offering and everything, but we have not, and I wanna stress, we have not made a decision one way or the other. Cause I know a lot of us are getting phone calls, and I know a lot of people are wanting to stay with it. If we are taking that in consideration. But I would like to stress, we have not made a decision. We're still going through what we need to check into and everything, and we're checking all avenues.
And I want to thank the committee that met several times to discuss this, and I believe that we continue to seek proposals. And then from there, y'all will make a decision, and it will be done, I would imagine, within the next.
And I would personally like to hear from the residents of the day, to see what they want to do. But we would have to go up on the rates. I want everybody to understand that if we stay with the town pickup, we would definitely have to go up on the rates.
Anyone else have any input? I'm going to go around the board. Counselor, I'll start with you. If you may.
I just have one issue. We have some contracts that need to be executed by you for the town concerning the levee enlargement running alongside the RV park in the entrance area where they had enlarged the levee and tore up the road and all that. And also we're gonna be relocating some utilities in connection with that issue. And we need to have the board authorize you to sign documents with the Corps of Engineers and Levee Board for the relocation and rearrangement of the utilities and the levee enlargement issues. So we just need to have the board authorize you to do that.
Do I have a motion to that effect? A motion, Mr. Stevens, second by Mr. Batt. All in favor? Opposed, motion carried. Anything else, Council?
No, sir.
Ms. Burns? Mr. Betts? Mr. Stevens?
Do you need something else?
We need to get, take another look at the slough and the drainage to see what can be done with that here. Something to alleviate that backup problem down there.
I agree with you 100%. Again, we still have a landowner issue there that, I don't know how to overcome that until we get the landowner to either work with us or Counselor, I guess what we'll do is get, see where we can go from there because it's outside the city limits. It's property that the city does not own. And there is a drainage issue there that until we have some control over the property, we cannot apply for a grant. We'll give you an opportunity. We cannot apply for a grant or anything to that effect because the town does not own the property. Now, maybe the police jury, since it's outside the city limits, may want to look at the aspect of working to alleviate that problem, Mr. Dunbar. Also, the Medallion Canal, of course, is controlled by the police jury, and in conjunction with the slough, that the problem creates there is when the water does not drain sufficiently down the canal to go goodbye and so on. So, maybe we can look at those issues too when y'all are discussing the drainage issue. Mr. Saul, saw you raised your hand. Go ahead. You got a question pertaining to that?
Yes, the Medallion Canal is coexisting with the police jury and the town.
It's what now?
Aren't y'all coexisting and maintaining it?
No. The canal is actually owned by the police jury, the canal itself. That's outside the city limits. That canal is outside the city limits. The only portion that's inside the city limits is the one that goes over by McDonald's. And if you've noticed that, Mr. Saul, we have concreted that portion of the canal so that it will improve that area over there. Am I correct in that, Mr. Stein?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, I think you used to work with the police jury, didn't you?
Oh, yes. Well, we're gonna have another problem because similar to what your lawyer just said, the Corps engineer is gonna put 35 relief wells at the base of the levee on the north side, going north on
You
Riverside.
got a problem with them?
Oh, no, I have no problem with that. The problem will be created when we get a flow of water out of each one of those wells, consisting of maybe 10,000–15,000 gallons, that will be dumped into the Vidalia Canal, which will also, like a ripple effect, back up into the slough.
Well, if there's any problem created there, that basically will be a Corps of Engineer and also a levee board problem. And if that problem exists, I'm sure they're gonna be doing something, to work with that problem. I would imagine. Again, I'm not putting blame on anybody or a problem, but that's the Corps of Engineers issue along with the levee board issue. And I'm sure that they've looked at that to see if it does create a problem. But, you know, there's a lot of issues as far as the canal is concerned, and Mr. Dunbar's addressed those many times, and he and I have discussed it along with the police jury. But, you know, people have an opportunity to vote. They voted not to improve the drainage system, I assume, didn't they, Mr. Dunbar?
Right before the jury, I like it.
So, my point I'm making is that the slough's gonna be a problem until we get the town somehow contains ownership of that. We've not been able to do that. That canal is outside the city limits, and we have done work ourselves, even though it belongs to the parish, the police jury, ourselves, to try to alleviate some of the problems. And again, the money spent to concrete it down, coming through town, the town itself paid for that, not the jury, even though it's considered the police jury canal.
If we can get the water from the slough across the highway, that would probably help a lot alleviate that problem. Some places, it just doesn't flow. Maybe if we had to look at a pump or something to pump it up into the canal, to the pipe under the road, you could alleviate some of that backup back there and draw it down, so you wouldn't have to do it all.
Again, Mr. Stephen will come back to that probably doesn't belong to the town. And we've applied for grants, and due to the fact we don't have ownership of that, they're not gonna approve the grant. Now, maybe the jury can apply for a grant that will help with that problem over there, and we're willing to work with you to the best of our ability on that, Mr. Dunbar. Have y'all ever looked into the aspect of applying for a grant?
They've been talking about it.
Huh?
They've been talking about it.
Talking about it,
Right.
but you had submitted a request for a grant?
I don't know all that either, so like I said, you got to bring it before the jury. Bob talking to the brother, he might need more insight on that.
I don't know what else to say other than what we've said, and again, we'll confer with the landowner one more time, and just, Dennis, I'm correct in the aspect the town has to own the property generally to apply for a grant, is that correct, Dennis? Any further questions? Again, Mr. Stevens, we'll look into it, and it's been an ongoing problem ever since I've been in office. It's been a problem before that, and hopefully one of these days it won't be a problem to us. But everything's predicated on this day and time, as Mr. Dunbar can attest. Money costs money. I think we're looking over $100-something thousand to do that, and we've applied for. We have to go through. I'm repeating myself.
We all do.
Yeah, we'll continue to do that, look into it. Okay, you got anything else? Okay. Ms. Son? Mr. Knapp? Ms. Rabb, I think you have something, Chief, I think she may talk about something that we've discussed this afternoon pertaining to the Mardi Gras parade.
Right, I gave everybody a copy
Yeah, I
of
think
it.
it's on your desk.
The Mardi Gras parade that's gonna be January the 19th at 2 o'clock, Carter Street will be closed down, and we just wanted to be sure that we had approval with everything, so we could put this in the newspaper and get it out to all the media, so everybody would know when it was gonna be closed down, and the route the parade was gonna take, and where the police would be. Is that right, Chief?
This is the same route we do every year.
Same one we've been doing every year.
In most of the phrases, we have to close, we're closing Carter Street, but we delay traffic on Carter Street until we reopen it.
Right.
And I think you're gonna put that on, you said, on the internet?
Yes, sir, I'm gonna send it to the media as a press release and put it on the website and Facebook. Try to get it out to everybody so they'll know.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Hello,
Yes,
ma'am.
I'm sorry.
How you doing? We have an issue in our neighborhood with cats. I was seeing, would you allow the animal control man to catch them? I have to be at work for 6 in the morning, getting up every Monday and Thursday, picking up trash out the yard on those cold mornings. It's not nice. And our whole street has, I live on South Oak Street. And when I talked to him, he said that y'all do not allow him to catch your cats. And it's bad.
We have a cat baseball.
Now, I came up here because they told me he was snowed in Arkansas, so you know I came up here and talked to him. And when he did come,
Police law, I think it's hard to keep
It's
your
hard
back,
to
you don't
push
need
it
to
back.
enforce that.
Do you know who the cats belong to?
they don't belong to anyone. He told me out his own mouth, he would catch them, but you didn't allow him to. He said he'd catch a skunk and everything else. Why you can't catch a cat?
I can attest to a problem. We have a definite feline problem in the day. We pick up 2, 3, 4 cats a week on the roads and they run
Who
over.
told you they couldn't pick up cats?
The animal control man,
Who did he say told him he couldn't pick up cats?
you, the mayor. Oh, you must be a cat lover then.
Well, I love all the animals, but,
Well, that's
my wife
true,
told me
but,
that, yeah, I didn't see now.
They're quick.
Let us discuss, the only thing I can figure out is that we can, we ain't got a place to house a cat down here.
The dogs would probably love it.
That's worse than what I said.
But I mean, they're getting under my house and in the insulation and it's bad.
That tears
Let us, I don't know what to tell you.
I hope you tell me that he can come catch them.
We passed the lease ordinance, but it didn't work with cats. We were told later on that they're not a,
They don't belong to anyone, they're strays.
We should be.
ma'am, I want to say this to you. 36 years I've been in this office, the first time I've been stumped by it. So, I want your name before you leave here.
Okay.
Let me try to get you an answer. You say they don't belong to anybody? Who
No
feeds
one.
them? The trash.
Trash.
How many we talking about?
I'll say about 6.
Oh my goodness.
That's just on 300 South.
Yeah, that's just on
That's
South
just
Oak
at
Street.
my
I
house.
mean,
What if we somehow, how about I say this?
my coworkers say they neighborhood, they live behind McDonald's and different places. I mean,
It's a problem that we're gonna have to.
I say if a cat is a pet, that the owner should put a collar on them, and any cat running around without a collar.
Oh, okay, I thought you meant time over.
Let us do this. Let me
I agree.
give the humane officer, what we may do is that we may come down and put some traps out, and then after we catch them, decide what direction to go in.
okay, thank you.
You got any kids?
Mayor, I would like to tell everybody too that we're gonna be filming the meetings from now on and put them on the website.
Well, they gonna have a good land, Ms. Dennis.
Where you live at, man?
300 South Oak Street.
Let me write that down. Chief, I'll give with, our humane officer, and what we may try to do is to alleviate some of your problems. Mr. Stagg, Mr. Morris? No, Chief, you got anything? Mr. Dennis, do you have anything? Okay. Thank each and every one. Right, you're on vacation, huh? Went to Mexico, huh? Okay, thank each and everyone for coming tonight. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion.
Have a motion, Ms. Summers, second by Mr. Knapp. All in